Well, hey, Papa. Hey, Papa.
Well, there comes my grandkids. There's Brittany and Tristan come to see Papa's fish room. There's Brittany. Hey, Brittany.
Hey, Papa.
And there's Tristan. He's my producer. I'm going to turn the camera over to him right now. Let him do that.
Okay, well, I got some questions for you today. You mind answering them for me?
Okay.
Okay.
Shoot them away.
Okay, so the first question that I have for you is, how do you keep your water so clear, like in your fish tanks?
Well, I do water changes. That's the key to keeping a clean aquarium. Of course, you've got to scrub them down, scrape them, and use sponges. But to do the water changes, and that keeps the fish healthy, keeps your plants healthy, because they feed all the minerals and all that comes in when you do the water changes.
How often do you do water changes?
I do water changes about once a week.
Okay. Why do you have different guppies in different tanks?
Well, these two little 5-gallons right here, I've got like half black and half white. I think they're a Moscow guppy, I'm not sure. But I'm just trying to raise them up, get a strain of them going. In this tank, I've got this guy colored up. He's just a mixture, I think. And I got a red and white, 2 red and white females with him, so I can try to see if I can get some more like him off of them and just raise them up.
Okay.
Off my 20 tall tank over here, I've got just a bunch of wild guppies. And they're the wild ones. And then down below in that 5-gallon, I got a bunch of little wild guppy males.
What kind of food do you prefer to feed your fish?
Well, I like to feed them flake food. I give them a different variety of stuff. And some days I'll give them some flake food, and then maybe later on that evening I'll give them like some blood worms, or I've got dried, other types of dried food also, like bug bites and stuff. Then the beta's got his food. And that's what I feed them, and I feed them pellets. Keep a variety so they don't get bored eating the same thing all the time.
Okay. What do you prefer to decorate your fish tanks?
Some people like to use artificial plants because they don't ever have to do anything to it. I prefer to use live plants because they look better in the aquarium, and they help to take the nitrates out of the water as that develops. Keeps your water. That's another thing, helps keep your water clean and pure. You got plants because they eat off of the nitrate that everything created after the ammonia and all cycle through.
Okay, well, I see that in some of these fish tanks that you have like rocks and some of you have sand. What do you prefer in the bottom of the fish tanks?
Well, if you notice, the biggest part of my tanks has got gravel, so I guess you might say I like the gravel better. But my big 55-gallon tank has sand substrate. That's what was in it when Brandon, my other grandson, gave me the tank. So I just went with the sand. And I've got plants growing, so it does good in the sand. That's a pool sand. I don't use play sand because it keeps the water too cloudy. But the pool sand, it stays down there like it is. And I've got snails running around in here also.
Okay. What kind of fish can you have together in a tank? Like, is there certain fish that you have to have together?
Well, certain types of fish get along better together than others. You can't have like cichlids in with guppies because they would pick on them and probably kill them, try to eat them. If it can fit in their mouth and they're going to eat it, well, any fish is about that way. But yeah, you got your docile fish that are kind of calm and get along together, and then the other fish are more aggressive or territorial. Like he'll get in a certain part of the tank and say, "This is my spot." If a fish goes in, he'll attack them. And especially if they're spawning, then they'll do that.
Okay. What is your favorite type of fish?
Well, I like the angelfish. You can see in this, the angels back there. I like those pretty good. And then I like my guppies, of course. Of course, all the fish I really like, but I guess angels would be one of my favorites.
Okay. What kind of fish or cleaners or whatever, like what kind of fish do you have in your tank to keep them clean?
Well, right now I've just got the snails. Like if you see here in this tank, I've got the what they call an apple snail. And I've got them, and I've got some of them. I got the orange looking one or the yellow looking one, and then I've got the mostly brown or the blue snails. I really like them.
And you got the shrimp. Okay, a question right here. Are these frogs right here? Are they a cleaner type of frog back here that I see on the ground?
No, they're just a little old water frog, the dwarf African frog, and he's in there with the mollies, and he just does his little old thing, swimming around. The mollies will get on him every now and then. They'll bounce him around like a basketball. When they're eating, he'll get up under them, and he looks like he's bouncing him like a basketball.
Okay. What is a community tank?
Well, a community tank is like a 27 tall down here.
Mm-hmm.
I've got zebra Danios in there. They get along good with the. I've got some German Rams. They do pretty good unless they're getting ready to spawn. Then they'll get a little territorial. They'll run the other fish off. I've got sunburst platies and I've got a sail-fin platy. So I like them pretty good. Plus I've got snails down there also, and I've got cory cats. They stay hid the biggest part of the time.
Okay. Well, this tank right here. What's in this tank?
Right now I've got ghost shrimp in there. As you can see, these ones sitting right there on the top. They, I just got them because I saw them one day, and now I've got, I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks set up that I'm going to dedicate to shrimp. I'm gonna get some of the cherry shrimp, just different types of shrimp. I'm gonna have each one in each tank. I'm going to do that. On this wall, I'm getting ready to build a whole rack where I can put a lot more fish tanks on. I'll put them 4 on there.
So basically have them on the wall.
And they'll be on this wall, and then I'll move this rack over here and have everything on it. That just gives me more space to branch out to pawpaws fish room.
What kind of fish are you gonna put in this one?
Well, I don't know yet. That's a future project. I've just got it set up where I build a stand for it. And that's one reason I want to move everything around, because I couldn't get to it over there the way it's set up right now. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna arrange all of that.
Okay, and do you mind showing us how you do a water change?
Well, my water changes, since I'm in a spare bedroom, I can't run just pipe in water, so I still do mine in buckets, and I use a pump. I'll stick it down in the aquarium, pump the water out into the buckets, go dump it, and then get my water, put it in the bucket, just drop the pump in the bucket, and just pump it right back into the aquarium, which is not a real hard thing to do. A lot of folks like to, well, the more automated, the easier it is on you, but I just still do it old school way. That's basically the way. That way, I got more control over what's going on.
Well,
and I just added this aquarium right here. Grandson gave it to me. It changes different colors, and I've got my beta in it. I pulled him out of the small tank that I had set up, and got him a bigger house, so he's got more room to run around in. And the light, I like the light. You can set it to do different colors. So
that sounds pretty cool.
So he's a blue. Yeah, really changing colors on its own. That's pretty cool. Some of the colors make him show up better, and it's just different, different things.
How long did it take you to set up all of this? How long do you think it took you to set up all this stuff in here? Like the fish tanks.
Well, let's see. I've been in this room for, I don't know, maybe 2 months. I did have a few tanks in the living room, and so I just moved them all in here after my son moved out. They gave me a room, so I dedicated this room to my fish. That way I don't have everything spread out all over the house. I've got one tank in the living room right now that I'm getting ready to set up. You was asking about the gravel and the sand. It's going to be a combination. That's the tank I'm going to use in here. I'm going to put some fish. It's got colored, and as you see, I got the rock and the gravel substrate, and it flows down into a sand. So I'm going to make it look like just a shore scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put some plants in here, and probably put some moss and java fern on the driftwood. And I've not decided yet just what type of fish. I'll have a schooling fish. I think I'm going to put some little rasboras in there. I think it'll look pretty good. Plus, I'll probably put some little, some of the neon fish in there. Might make it a neon tank. I'm not sure yet, but I think that'd look pretty good. Get a light that'll show them off. That way my wife, I think, will enjoy watching them in here.
That sounds pretty cool. Are you gonna get any more in your living room? More than this one in here?
Well,
or?
a little later on, against this wall over here, I'm planning on putting at least a 5-foot tank. I'm going to have discus in it. That's going to be my discus tank. I don't know yet if I'm going to have it planted or just have it just a little substrate or something. Discus fish, you got to do water changes a lot more often to keep the water really clean. But the way I keep it, I don't think I'll have much problem with it.
Well, thank you for doing the interview with us.
Well, I'm glad y'all come by to see me. You'll have to come back more, you and Tristan. Of course, Tristan's my producer. He's up here a little more than you get to come around. But you come back and see Pawpaw and Mama a little more. And I guess that'll do it for the Pawpaw's Fish Room today. Like I say, I appreciate my grandkids coming by. From Tristan and Brittany and me here at Pawpaw's Fish Room. We'll see you later.